arms to protect his head. As the heat wave struck forward, he felt as though blazing knives were slicing past his body. Even breathing became difficult for a moment. However, as he flew backwards, the pushing power of the heat wave helped him retreat slightly faster. The air waves caused by the explosion are already so powerful. If I were to be struck head-on by it. This thought flashed through his mind, and cold sweat began to pour down his head and into his robes, wetting them. The power of this fire explosion was far greater than the power in the past. In fact, even Bai Yunfei himself was stupefied momentarily. Upon seeing Jiang Zinshan retreat in a sorry manner, a look flashed through Bai Yunfei's eyes as he once more shot forward towards him. His right hand released its grip around the spear, allowing it to fall into his left hand. He then spun the spear behind him to gather circular momentum, then once more gripped it with his right hand and once more delivered a powerful thrust with it. Faced with this new attack from the spear, a look of astonishment appeared on Jiang Zinshan's face. The trepidation he felt towards this fire-tipped spear was now many times greater than it had been in the past. He filled both his legs with soul force as he once more frantically retreated, just barely dodging past the spear. However, due to his excessive haste as he moved, his movements became slightly unbalanced. Bai Yunfei charged forward, spinning around and borrowing the power of the centrifugal force to send the fire-tipped spear towards Jiang Zinshan with a sweeping blow. The spear struck Jiang Zinshan on the waist, knocking him towards the left. Agony radiated outwards from Jiang Zinshan's waist, nearly causing him to vomit up a mouthful of blood. By the time he had neutralized the power of this blow, Bai Yunfei's next attack was incoming as well. The two once more engaged in a flurry of attacks. However, unlike the last time, Jiang Zinshan was able to launch fewer and fewer assaults. He was almost completely forced on the defensive. Yan Zai frowned slightly as he watched from outside the dueling grounds. His gaze flickered from the battling Bai Yunfei to the fire-tipped spear in his hands. A look of surprise had flashed through Yan Zai's eyes when the fire-tipped spear's strike had turned explosive. As he continued to watch, the look of surprise in his eyes grew increasingly strong, as well as an increasingly and extremely deep level of puzzlement. No mistaking it, that's a high Earth-tier soul armament. But you've clearly said that it was a low-grade Earth-ranked artifact. Was he lying to me? But he shouldn't have been. There's no way he could be so stupid. In other words, previously, the spear was indeed just a low-grade soul armament. Suddenly, Yan Zai's eyes suddenly lit up.